Hey everybody, so before I get in with this video, there was something I was supposed to talk about yesterday, but it completely slipped my mind. Somebody commented on one of my videos, my apologies, I can't remember who, saying, get rid of the pictures of your cats. And I'm like, first of all, that's a really weird request. I don't think it was actually my request video, but as I've said in other videos, I welcome any comments and requests and suggestions in any of my videos. It doesn't have to be when I do a video, especially welcoming requests. And I just replied sort of saying I'll talk about it in my next video. And then somebody else commented, like as a reply to them, saying yes, get rid of the cats. And I'm like, this is kind of weird. They're just, I don't know why people are making such a big deal over my cats. Because if you go onto my channel page, I've got a picture of my cat, Hilda and Tish, either side of my channel. And obviously they're always appearing in my videos. And I can't help that. You know, I'm not going to lock them in a room just because I'm doing a video, because that's cruel, it's not fair. It's not their fault if they just happen to wander past in the background. Okay, it's a little annoying when Hilda decides to jump on my back. But yeah, so they were like, get rid of the pictures of the cats and things. And I'm like, no. I know I say I want to tailor make this channel to your taste and make sure everything's good for my subscribers. But at the same time, I need a little bit of it that's mine. And I love my cats second more than anything in the world. And I like having them on my channel because it makes it mine. It's not just some fancy background or anything, you know, like a nice print or anything. It makes it a bit more special. Now, in saying that, in, what day is it, 5th? In 22 days, you will never have to look at my cats again. Because, as I've mentioned in another video, I think, I am moving to university, so my cats have to go either in a cat home or to somebody else who wants cats. So I won't be able to keep them. They will no longer be in my videos, and it will be too hard for me to look at pictures of them all the time. So I will be taking the pictures off of my channel, because I'm not wanting to look at them and cry all the time. So after the 27th of September, or probably the 26th, there will be no cats in my videos. There will be no cats on my background, no pictures of my cats anywhere. I will never talk about my cats, unless somebody asks a question about them, of course. So I just want to say, as it stands, I'm not taking the pictures down of my cats until then. And then after September, you will never have to look at my cats again unless you decide to look at my older videos. But I just wanted to get that out of the way and answer that question for you, but enjoy the rest of the video. Okay, so today's video is going to be about the great TV mistakes. And this is a show that was on BBC Three last night. Somebody told me that it was on last week as well, but I didn't know that. But it's a repeat, so either way I haven't missed anything. And as it suggests, it's all about TV mistakes, you know, continuity errors, wardrobe malfunctions, problems with extras and things. And it just goes through all of the TV, not all of the TV shows, but a lot of the sort of popular TV shows. Now there are so many of these made for films. About a month and a half ago or something, I remember sitting up at 3 o'clock in the morning watching one on, I think it would have been E4, about films, and I enjoyed it, and it is enjoyable, and it's quite funny and entertaining, and you know, you just have a laugh at things that are not important, but it's still, you know, it's just, oh, how could they have missed that in the edit and things. But for films, I can't engage with it as much as I could with television, because while I enjoy films, it's not my forte. I don't feed off of it, you know. Television is very much my thing over films. So to finally have one for television was like fantastic. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's outtake TV and things, there's loads of like blooper type ones, but there's not one that focuses on the production side and missing the edits and everything. So when I heard that this was on, I was so excited and kind of paranoid, because my TV's been broken for a few days, so I'm glad I got it fixed. And it was on last night, and it was on for 2 hours. Now, when I first seen that it was on for 2 hours, I was like, brilliant, you know, a really long one, loads of really exciting things. I'll be honest with you, after about an hour and a half, I was just thinking, you know, hurry up and end, because this is getting tedious. The clips start to lack in humour, and, well, they probably don't start to lack in humour, it's just you're getting weary at this point, you know, you've seen a lot of clips, you've laughed a lot, you've taken in a lot of information, and you just want to watch some light-hearted Family Guy. But nonetheless, 2 hours is, you can stomach it, but it does start to drag a bit by the end. And it's presented by Robert Webb, which is fantastic. Hand on heart, I would have rathered it was David Mitchell, but never mind. So he takes us through different sections. I mean, it's not in your face split into sections, you know, there's not a big sign saying this is about extras, this is about that. But it is split into sections. And he presents from what looks like the Dragon's Den studio. I'm not really too sure if it is. Anybody let me know if you know where this was filmed. But it kind of looks like the Dragon's Den studio with sort of just slightly different props and things. And he basically says one thing that happens is set malfunction, you know, and then we'll have 10-15 clips from different shows where the set's maybe done something, or they've maybe shown too much of the set, or the set that's been made of cardboard has bounced when it's supposed to be a brick wall and things like that. And then there'll be a bit about extras and loads of different things like that. So it's really nice format, rather than saying here's all the Doctor Who clips, here's all the Skins clips. They've done it in another way, which is nice. And I've got to say there are a lot of really fun clips in it. Oh, but one other thing I took down, a comment he made before the first clip. He said, he was talking about how sets are sometimes made of wood, and he said, much like Amanda Holden's face. I really think people should start leaving her alone, because, you know, there's nothing wrong with her face. But never mind. So I've sort of taken down my favourite clips. Well, there are quite a lot of them that I love, but I haven't taken down them all because I don't want to give away too much. And there's also a lot of clips I've not mentioned or anything. So I'll just go over a couple of them to give you a sort of idea of what you've got and things. And there was a Friends one, which it's what I can't remember the name of the episode, but it's the one where Richard's playing foosball with Joey and Chandler. And they show slightly too much of the set, so you can actually see the side of the Friends set coming round a bit, which I thought was really nice, and I can't believe I've never noticed that before. Because I'm forever now looking for continuity errors with Friends. For example, in season 1, Monica's apartment was apartment 5, and then season 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it was apartment 20. And obviously Joey and Chandler's was 4 and 19. So that's quite a big continuity error, the fact that they've just moved up a couple of floors in the building, even though they haven't. But there are quite a lot of Friends clips. There was 5, 10, 15, 18 Friends clips in total, which for a Friends fan was lovely. But they were spread out quite a lot, so that you didn't get a big bundle of them. That was the first clip, and then the second clip was a Doctor Who clip. So I'm like, Friends, Doctor Who, this is tailor-made for me completely. It was one from series 1, The Unquiet Dead, and it's obviously Unquiet Dead was set whatever era it was set in, and they had no electricity. So, and there was an electric light switch on the wall next to Billy, and obviously there was a lot of Billy in the clips. That was brilliant. Then there was things from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, there was things from Lost, 24, Skins, there was a couple from Skins. There's another Doctor Who one. There was a couple of ones from Doomsday, which you guys know if you've been a subscriber for a while that I can't watch Doomsday. It just breaks me down completely. So I managed to stomach these 5-10 second clips. And there was one where they were running down a corridor and there was a small Torchwood sign. And then Billy came down the same corridor and the sign had grown. So that was fine. And also Tracy Ann Oberman was in that clip, which was lovely, as was David Tennant and Billy and Camille and things. And then there was some more Friends ones, and there was ones from the one with the Yeti. There was one where the door opens, Monica's door opens on its own, which is kind of nice. You could see the cameraman in one, you could see the crewman on the balcony and things. But I won't mention any more of the Friends ones, but that's just a sort of little taste of what you can get. Loose Women also got a mention. It was just in one of the narrations in the link in the next clip. I can't remember what was said, but it was basically something, 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 or Loose Women. That was it, but I was happy. And there was clips from Scrubs. There's also clips from the EastEnders live episode, which was actually one of my very first videos on this channel. In fact, it might have been my very first video. I did a video about the EastEnders live episode and the little slip-ups that were made. For example, Scott Maslin forgetting his lines, and Charlie's finger twitching once Bradley was supposed to be dead, and different things like that. So there was 2 or 3 clips from that in this, which was really nice. They didn't pick up on some of my favourite things from the live episode, but never mind. There was ones from Gilmore Girls, a scene with Lorelai and a screwdriver. I can't really remember it. Buffy, there was quite a lot from Buffy. You'll find that, for example, Gilmore Girls, I think there was just one clip from Gilmore Girls, whereas there was maybe 15 from Buffy and a handful from Skins and loads from Friends and Doctor Who and things like that. There was also one from Doomsday, which this one broke me completely. Do you know the very, very beginning where Billy's on a bus and she says, "This is where I was born and this is where I died"? They played that scene and I was like, get it off, go away. I've never wanted to turn off the telly when Billy Piper's been on before, so that was quite horrible. There was also a clip from The Simpsons, which was really random. I shouldn't really explain this because it will spoil it, but I suppose if you're a big Simpsons fan, you're probably going to know this. It's the one, I can't remember the name of the episode, but it's the one where Homer thinks the world is going to end, so they all go on top of the big mountain. And you can see Apu, and Apu normally is coloured in brown. But he's been left yellow in this one, which I thought was kind of, you don't think that they're going to forget to colour in a character, right, do you? So that was quite entertaining. And there was also some from 2 Pints of Lager, one from Hannah Montana, which was, I didn't expect to see a Hannah Montana clip in here, I'll be honest with you. One's from Little Britain and things like that. There was also some more from Friends, which I really liked, where there was one, what's the name of the episode? This is going to really frustrate me if I don't remember it. But it's the one after Monica and Chandler get married and they're opening, well, Monica's opening all the presents. And she'll open the present and you see that she's completely taken the wrapping paper off of it because it's just a brown box. And then a second later, it's covered in wrapping paper again. And there's also another one where Rachel is in the coffee house with Ross and she is holding an ice pack on his head. And then in the next bit, he's holding it. And then again she's holding it, all within 5 seconds. So that was really nice. But there are loads of interesting Friends clips in here, and it makes you look at it in a really different way. Like I said, I do look at continuity things in Friends, but obviously I've just never picked up on any of the ones mentioned last night. So that was really quite interesting. But yeah, there's just loads of really good clips from like Blackadder and things. We've got older shows and then you have your newer shows like Hannah Montana and things like that. So there is a really good mixed bag of types of shows, age of shows, genres, just everything. So it's definitely going to be something for everybody. I mean, there was 4 EastEnders clips, 5, 10, 14 Doctor Who clips and the 18 Friends clips. So there was definitely a lot that I liked. So it was definitely a good 2 hours. Like I said, it did start to drag a tiny bit, but it wasn't that bad. Has it ruined the TV shows? Not really. I think if you're able to look past the fact that they do have little malfunctions and not everything is perfect, For example, luckily for me, the episodes where the set bounced, there's quite a lot where columns would move and brick walls would wobble and things. Luckily none of those shows were my favourites. But I think even if it was, it's not going to ruin it for you, because at the end of the day it is just television, it is reality, but if you've got a strong enough imagination, you can overlook all these little mishaps and mentally just block them out. Like if you see the boom mic, just ignore it. And I think that's the important thing. I do that a lot with Sabrina because obviously I've watched Sabrina a million times. So I'm now, when I watch it, I count things, I look for continuity errors and things. In fact, I've never sat down, this year I've not sat down and just watched it to enjoy it. I'm always analysing it. And you just have to look past all these things normally. And when you look deeper into it, you find loads of really little interesting things, and you do see the television side of it rather than just the fact that it's a whole different world. I would have liked to have seen some Sabrina clips in this. I mean, there's not a shortage of continuity errors and things in Sabrina, so they could have done that. But never mind. It is definitely worth watching. It will be on iPlayer, and I imagine it'll be repeated again at some point. It's one of those shows that's going to get recycled over and over again when there's nothing on and they need to fill a space. But feel free to leave your comments and things and let me know your thoughts. Maybe you don't want to watch it. Maybe you feel it will ruin the magic of television. Personally, I like it because it allows you to delve deeper into television and understand it a bit more and just see what it's like and things. But feel free to leave comments and things and any requests. I know I said in my video yesterday that my lineup for videos was a Doctor Who one and then a 90s one. But I've actually got a list of 2 other shows that I want to talk about tomorrow and the next day. But If you really want me to do a Doctor Who one or a 90s one first, please let me know and I will. But that's all I'm going to say in this video, so I will see you next time. Bye guys!